You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is. NXT coming to you last night. They got a new set, and I'm not gonna lie, I like it better than the old set, but we're gonna get into it. But first things first, check out my socials. Follow me, RJD, RJ699 on Twitter, RJD_199 on Instagram, RJD199 on Snapchat. But most importantly, follow What's the Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Follow What the Wrestling on Spotify and Anchor. Let us not waste any more time. Let's talk about NXT. Let's go. Yes, yes, yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling, the show that brings you all things wrestling. Once again, I am your host, RJD, and we are here to talk about NXT. So before we get into anything, hit the goddamn like button, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You guys already know what time it is. Let's knock one out the park. All right. Awesome. So, with that being said, NXT. Okay, let's talk about this. What did I think about the set? The set was good. Set was good. I like the set. Okay. What I don't like. Well, let me talk about the set first. So, the set I really like. I like the set because that whole Nickelodeon colorful color everywhere. The colors, dude, the colors. Like I hated that. I hated that. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I hated the colorful crap. Not really my cup of tea. Not gonna lie to y'all. So the fact that, let me move this over a little bit. So the fact that I think they got the set figured out, and I know they're evolving. And they're going to keep doing things and keep trying to upgrade and keep trying to find that perfect mesh of what they want to do. So I'm not going to sit here and be mad at that. Actually, I commend them for it. I think it's awesome. Keep up the good work. What I am going to say is that we got to get some of the in-ring work. We got to continue to get the in-ring work up to par. What made NXT special before was the in-ring work. Basically, they pillaged the indie scene and, they told everybody, listen. Gotcha, bitch. And they were like, well, we got all the indie guys. Let's just put on a great, basically, indie show and call it NXT and put on crazy takeovers and make everybody jealous. But this is a good start. Getting rid of that Nickelodeon bright ass colorful crap. Great. Good job. Now they got the gold. It's not black and gold, but they got like a gold logo and a gold set. It's the start of it. NXT did feel a little different yesterday. It's still the same NXT. It's still bright as hell. You know, what made the old NXT good was the darkness, the grittiness, the low down dirty. That's what made that other NXT black and gold special. It was dark. It was gritty. It was Ciampa. It was Finn Balor. It was the Demon. That's what made it special. You know, just the feel of it. The rock music. This NXT is like, hey, happy-go-lucky, yeah. Like, no, I don't want to see that shit. So, this was a step in the right direction and making me feel like NXT is going in the right direction. They got a lot of guys who can work, man. They got a lot of good wrestlers down there. They got great tag teams. I still think the women's tag team, it should only be one for every brand. And they should go from brand to brand to brand to brand. I think you could build that up that way and still tell meaningful stories. And that could be a good way to get some women on Raw and SmackDown, as well as getting some of the Raw and SmackDown women back on NXT. Maybe you could have them defend it at a takeover. Maybe you could have them defend it on a Extreme Rules or something like that. Having multiple tag team champions is stupid to me. I don't like it. I never have.
Stupid.
But that's just me. But NXT kicked off with Pretty Deadly dressed as colonial British people. They put the tag division on notice and say they're going to be tag team champions for the rest of eternity. First of all,
how, Sway? Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
I don't got the answers for that. But this brought out the Brawling Brutes to a big, big pop. And that was great.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see the Brawling Brutes, especially Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne got a huge reaction, aka Butch. Got a huge reaction down there. They said it was fight night. And then they started whipping Pretty Deadly's ass. So, listen, fine by me. They got them up out of the ring and set up the match for later on that evening. Nothing wrong there. Good start. Toxic Attraction. They got out of the car. When they pulled up to the lot, Abba Fire beat them up with a baseball bat and got in there and kidnapped Mandy Rose. So, first of all, I gotta say this. There seems to be a lot of kidnappings going on. We got certain people swimming with the fishes. We got people getting kidnapped. What's going on with wrestling? Everybody's getting kidnapped here in WWE. So I don't know what's going on with all these kidnappings. But Mandy Rose got kidnapped. Okay, great. So Jane and Dolan had to go at it alone tonight. Good for them. I'm tired of them cheating all the goddamn time. After that, that brought out Mr. Mello. And we had Carmelo Hayes versus Oro Mensa. Oro Mensa. Pretty good match. Oro Mensa is good. Carmelo Hayes is good. So they had a good match. Like, nothing else to say here. Carmelo Hayes ended up winning with the leg drop because Mr. Trick got involved because he always gets involved. Unfortunately. Creed brothers were backstage and Brutus was not cleared to wrestle because of his injury and him getting his ass kicked last week by 101 chair shots. So Duke Hudson showed up, made fun of them, and Julius challenged him to a match. Next we had Andre Chase versus Von Wagner. NXT North American Championship qualifying match. Carmelo Hayes stayed out there. And not gonna lie, I like Chase U, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Listen.
Stupid.
Don't get mad at me, okay? I like Chase U. I like it, okay? I think he's great. I don't know why, but he gets the crowd involved. He's like, C, H, A. It's like kicking him and the crowd is going, C, H. I like Chase U, man. I don't know what it is about Chase. I hated this shit, but I like Chase U. The crowd, he gets the crowd. He's like the excellent underdog. I don't know if he's ever going to get a title. Maybe he could get to the North American title. Maybe he could get to the main title and fall short in like the underdog Daniel Bryan way. I don't know, but I like Chase U. If they could put a compelling story around this guy and build them up to get a title, he's going to get like a takeover or something. He's going to get a massive pop. And the fact that Andre Chase has the Chase U, if he brings a title back to Chase U, they're going to like idolize this guy. I can't believe they haven't done this yet. I hope it's coming soon. So Von Wagner ends up getting the win here with the Olympic Slam, a modified Olympic Slam, but I like Andre Chase. I do. Not gonna lie. Afterwards, Carmelo Hayes got beat up by Mr. Wes Lee because he stayed out there for commentary. And Wes Lee jumped into the camera frame and he said, "Oh, and he was just like, and he basically beat up on him and he was like, "How dare you?" And he was like, "How dare you touch the A champion, man?" And yeah, pull apart brawl. I loved it. So the show is pretty good so far. Not gonna lie. Next we had Sanga ran into Vera Mahan, who was on the NXT show. Okay, great. Moving on. Lash Legend versus Wendy Chu. Wendy Chu wins with a Vader Bomb type splash. Cool. Lash Legend. I think this match has been better than in previous weeks for Lash Legend. Wendy Chu is good in the ring. She's good. We will make no mistake about that. Gonna respect her authority. But Lash Legend needs some work still. But that's okay. We got Wesley backstage interviewing when Stax showed up, accusing him of injuring Tony D on purpose. So they're probably gonna have a match soon. Toxic Attraction versus Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark. Not gonna lie, like this match. Nikita Lyons, I really like. I think that leg drop finish, I think is not impactful. I mean, I like it because it's Nikita Lyons, like that's her. But maybe if she had like a kick to the face and then the leg drop. Like if you just like slam somebody and then you hit that leg drop split and you go, ah, I'm gonna be like, at least Hogan's leg drop, like the person sold the hell out of it. It was like, it's hard to sell that because she's like sitting right on you. I don't know about this. She might need to add something to that finish. Because even when I saw it last night, I think it's a good finish. I think just she needs to add something to it. Zoe Stark hit the modified GTS, and then Nikita Lyons hit the leg split. So Toxic Attraction lost. This match was good. I think Toxic Attraction continues to get better, and they do heelish things. Obviously, they're bad guys, bad gals. So I like Toxic Attraction. They're growing on me. I hated them when they first started, but they are growing on me a lot. Grayson Waller goes out with his talk show and he calls out Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. They mocked each other, talk trash about each other. A reference to 4 Horsewomen before Perez said she was ready to leave Cora behind, and Cora tried to hit her. Well, Grayson Waller went out to talk to spin the wheel or some shit, and he tried to hit her. Cora Jade tried to hit her with the kendo stick, the black kendo stick, which is a nice touch. And after they spun the wheel, it landed on a Weapons Wild match. But in the meantime, the security guards had to pull them apart, and they had a pull apart brawl in the ring. So while the chaos went crazy, somebody pulled Grayson Waller out from under the ring, and it was Apollo. So Apollo said, "Surprise, motherfucker." He beat him up. He pulled him under the ring, which was a little suspect. And then he got out and ran away. So cool. But yeah, that was weird. Julius Creed versus Duke Hudson. This was a glorified squash. Julius Creed beat up Duke Hudson very fast. After that, Damon Kemp showed up after the match and said that he wanted a stipulation match to solve the problems with the Creed brothers. Kemp said that if Julius lost their Halloween Havoc match, Brutus would have to leave NXT. I don't know about this one. Brutus agreed instantly on behalf of Julius before the latter stepped in and wanted to make an ambulance match. That is the stipulation. Interesting. Okay. Moving on. Zion Quinn beat Hank. I was about to say Hank Wanker. I almost said Hank Wanker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Wow, that's funny. Hank Walker. This was a fairly quick match. Nothing more to see here. Zion attacked Tank after the match, but Quincy Elliott came out to make the save. Don't know about this Quincy Elliott character yet. Not really into it. Don't really get it. Maybe it'll get over. We'll see what happens. Backstage, Cameron Grimes tried to talk to a masked guy in a red hoodie, but got attacked by the Schism. Joey Gacy came out of nowhere and congratulated the red hoodie guy for his accomplishments, gave him a hug, and they walked away. Great. Braun Breaker was backstage when Javier Bernal asked him for a match. Breaker called him stupid, literally.
Stupid.
Before saying that he will get his match next week. Then we had the main event, Pretty Deadly versus the Brawling Brutes. This was great. Love this match. But the Brawling Brutes lost. So, to the Brawling Brutes, which is okay by me because you got to build up Pretty Deadly. They just got the titles. The Brawling Brutes are literally ingrained on Raw and SmackDown. You don't want SmackDown. You don't want those guys on, beating up Pretty Deadly when they're going back to SmackDown really quick. Imperium caused them to lose, which is furthering the feud between Imperium and the Brawling Brutes. And to see this NXT style rivalry make its way up to Raw and SmackDown, I love it. It's like with SmackDown, it's the tag team division more so than the ladies. But on Raw, it's the ladies more so than the tag team division. So I see where Triple H is doing, focusing more on the tag teams when it comes to SmackDown, focusing more on the ladies when it comes to Raw. I'm on to you, Triple H. I see what you're doing here, buddy. I see what you're doing here.
Activated my trap card.
You can't fool me. But Imperium came out, caused a distraction, which caused Pretty Deadly to hit their finisher. And that is all she wrote. So that's all I got for you, everybody. That was your NXT. And I'm not going to sit here and be mad. Yes, that is Kid Buu as my screensaver. Judge me if you must. But I really, really liked NXT this week. I liked the beginning. I liked a couple of things after that. The middle was meh. And I really liked the main event. So if they continue to go in this, and I actually liked the talk show segment. You hear me? Segment. What the hell am I talking about?
You stupid.
Segment with Grayson Waller, Roxanne Perez, and Jade, Cora Jade. I like the fact that they had that segment. I think they're going in the right direction. That's a blood feud, so you can just keep that thing going forever. I do think Roxy picks up her win and gets her win back with the stipulation match. But I like this episode of NXT was good. I like where they're going with this. So I hope they keep it up. I really do. Keep up the good work, y'all. Tonight, AEW Dynamite. AEW needs to get that locker room under control, but the in-ring product is still as good as ever. I am going to talk about the ticket sales and other stuff tomorrow in regards to AEW when some more news comes out. So look out for that. AEW Dynamite review, mañana. You already know how I get down. So with that being said, I am out. You guys be safe. Check out my socials if you haven't seen it already. Everybody stay safe, stay dry. It continues to be wet in New York City. So enjoy and wear a goddamn coat. Summer is over. I am out of here. Peace.
Dom DeMarco.